Being out here in Jacksonville, do you ever have a sense of urge to be like, man, let me get on out of here, let me move from here?
I'm gonna put you up on some game. Right now, I live outside of Jacksonville, you know, and they have to really. I don't think I'm gonna ever stay in Jacksonville again. You know, I mean, I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna never come through Jacksonville. You know, I got grandchildren and I got other children, you know, and I got small children, you know, and Jacksonville big. You can stay in Jacksonville and don't be seen, but the chances are you're gonna see somebody. So I prefer right now until I get myself all the way together, till I find my direction back in life good. I prefer to stay on the little outskirts of Jacksonville right now. You know, that way if I want to go to the store, I can go to the store. I ain't got to worry about because everybody know me. You know what I'm saying? So I just play it safe like that. And sometimes, man, you got to thank for a fool
Yeah.
because dudes will sit there and see me on that stand, and that'll get him the wrong impression. You know, and it'll get him the wrong impression, but it's gonna give me the upper hand. You know, and so I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think for dudes. I'm trying to think for me. I'm trying to think for my babies. You know what I'm saying? And because I don't want to go, I ain't trying to go back there to that jail, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be
Say,
locked up, man.
that jail is so far, but yet so close, huh?
What you say?
Close,
And
so
it's
close, yet so far.
so easy to get in. It's
Talk about it.
so hard to get out of it.
Man,
You know,
wow.
Jacksonville like the feds, bro. Jacksonville got that 98, 99.9% conviction rate. Jacksonville's serious.
What go through your mind? You in traffic or you riding, like leaving from here, and you see one of the little young ops? Panic or you just be cool, see what their move is?
I be cool, man, because I ain't gonna see them. Because number one, I ain't gonna do no urban ride.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying? See, it's just like if you go in the kitchen, if you keep going in the kitchen, you're gonna get burnt one day. So I ain't gonna do no urban rides. No, that's number one. I'm gonna stay on the outskirts. I'm gonna stay on the expressways. I ain't cutting through this hood to get through this hood. I don't even care to see the hood no more. You know? So I don't really worry about I don't know, man, you know, and I don't want to be arrogant with it. I just really believe the people ain't gonna understand this, but I just really believe in the decree of Allah. You know, and I hold on to that. I tie my camel, don't get it twisted. But I really believe in that. And I believe in that because I done witnessed that. You know, and a lot of people ain't gonna understand that, you know, because they don't believe what I believe. And, you know, I seen my son get shot in the head 3 times. Not scraped, not, you know, I'd have picked his head up and had brain matter and all that in my hand. He lived. You know, he ain't as mobile as we are, but he regular, you know. And I walked through that whole situation with him, you know, and helped him, and you know, I made him go to rehab. He gave up, you know. And I made him go, listen, you getting up, you going to learn how to walk again. You going to learn how to talk again. You don't have a choice. You know, you don't have a choice in the matter. This is what you going to do. And he thanked me now, you know. And this is Crazy K, the one on the case, you know.
Oh, he locked up with them now.
Yeah, he in prison. He in
How much
prison.
time he have?
He caught 12 years. That's the one I'm talking about. Got caught 12 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He caught 12 years.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Do you care to speak on the young brother, Young Ace, who was talking about paying for lawyers or rapping about that?
Man, I really like Ace. You know what I'm saying? Like I really like Ace, you know. And I always thought that Ace plate was too full for him. And it made me mad when I heard him say that he went broke paying for Queso lawyer. Reason being that made me mad is because I knew Queso lawyer wasn't paid for. See, what people don't understand is when you get a lawyer, it's two phases to that: pre-trial and trial. Anytime you hire a lawyer, they're gonna tell you, okay, this case $10,000. If we go to trial, it's gonna be $10,000 more. To prepare for trial, it's gonna be $10,000 more. It's all the time. And I mean, even though I done seen Ace post fuck Queso daddy, and I get that. You know, I done seen it was a repost. I seen one time where it was a picture. I seen him call me a bitch. But I understand that. I get that. So I don't get mad at certain things. But when you saying that you paid for a lawyer, you went broke paying for a lawyer, come on, bro. Why would you, what kind of shit is that? When you know you didn't do that. You know you didn't pay, you know what I'm saying, finish paying for that lawyer. You know, I ain't gonna sit here and say he didn't never pay nothing, but the most important part that needed to be paid for was that trial. You know, and I think it would have been a different outcome if those lawyers would have been paid to prepare for that trial.
Okay.
You know, I don't have nothing personal against Ace. I don't wish no harm on Ace. Let me tell you something, man. Butter told them people that me and Ace would pay for certain things. Ace probably don't even understand right now. If I agree to that with what Butter's saying, he'd be in jail right now. You know, I never made no money off Ace. I never made no money off Queso in the music game. I always had my own bread. You know, I always been my own light. You know, people talking about I'm trying to chase clout. This what we doing right here, bro. It's the new hustle.
Yeah.
It ain't the new dope game, but it's the new hustle though. It's a legitimate way to live. You know, and people don't understand that. So I'm gonna turn down a podcast call. Somebody call me from a podcast. Hey man, you know, we work out a certain situation. I'm gonna go get that. True enough, I want to be heard. You know, I want to share my point of view. It's nothing. I want to keep pressing on. I'm not justifying nothing. I can't justify getting on that stand. Do I feel 100% wrong? No. I'm 70-30.
Which way?
70 I'm wrong. 30 I'm right.
Why couldn't be 80-20 you wrong? Or 90-10?
Cause I just wanted to go a little higher. It could be that. It could be that.